And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, another epic VeVe live stream. Today, we have two drops. The first one is by Ron English, and the second one is by Ron English as well. The second one I like because it's the first ever, the Grin. He's famous for these Grin collectibles, and so we have the first one ever dropping later today. The first one is for the Ukraine Relief Project. I love the artwork on this first one. It's just one collectible. It will be a full set. We have a $100 list price and 4,444 editions. So I do think this one's going to sell out really quick as usual. Let me show you guys what this one looks like. As you guys can see in the thumbnail, haven't seen it already. I do like the artwork on this one a lot. Love the colorway on this one. I think the blue and yellow looks amazing. I think it's going to look amazing in the showroom as well. I think it's for a good cause too. We'll be going for this drop. And I'm going to be going for the next drop as well. They did release the Medium article. It's the same article here, so I'm going to go over the next drop as well. The next one is a blind box, $60 list price for both of them. We have 5,555 editions for the ultra rare, and that one's a silver, and then we have a gold. They're both ultra rares, it looks like. We just have two different colorways, a gold and a silver. I like the first drop a little bit better. I like the artwork on that one, but I think this one could be a big deal for the Ron English fans. It's the first ever Grin. I think the Grin's going to be back in a lot of different collectibles in the future. So I think for Ron English fans, I think this is a must-have. Shout out to anyone who does have the full Ron English set before. We got a couple of people in the chat. We got Austin Wilford, Wait Gate. Let's see if he lucks out today and is able to get one. We got the VeVe light on as well today. I've been striking out last couple drops with the light off, so hoping to turn around my luck today. Get off my little cold streak I've been on a little bit. We got Just Led in the building. We got the market prices in the market. They were skyrocketing a little bit. They were increasing, but this drop with the Toy Story announcement kind of put the market on pause. I'm going to go over some of the prices in the market real quick. I think we're going to be able to get some of these drops today. I will be doing a giveaway too later today. We've had a lot of L's in the chat recently, so hopefully a JD giveaway kind of makes people have some good luck. Chasing Sundays, good morning, good luck, fam. I like to do the giveaways when a lot of people have been striking out on the live streams. Today, I think we could have a lot of dubs. I don't know if everyone's going to be going for this one. I was looking at the comments, seeing what people's feeling is for this one. I think it's for a great cause. So, I mean, hopefully it does do well. But there's only about 230 comments on this one, 762 likes. It's definitely a good way to kind of gauge the pulse of the drops. You know, you can go in here, take a look at whatever collectible is dropping. It's not focusing up for me. But a lot of times you see on those Disney drops, you see thousands of comments. So hopefully, you know, we're able to get this drop. Brave Gate today is the way. Yeah, shout out to everybody going for the rebounds only. If you've been crushing the rebounds, I think that's a good strategy to go for. We see a lot of times with the small edition count, you know, it's really, really tough to go for these drops and get them. Even I struggle with these drops when there's only, you know, 4,000, 5,000 editions of a collectible, and there's only one of them. You got to imagine how many hundreds of thousands of people are going to be pressing that one buy now button all at the same time. So anyone out there who's going for Brave Gate, basically you don't go for the drop. That way your buy now stays up there for the rebounds. And then you got to imagine how many people are going to be skipping the drop but going for the rebounds only. Not that many. So that's the reason why a lot of people have success going for the rebounds on these. I'm just going to go for the drop. I'm just going to keep going for what's been working. I have been kind of struggling on the single drops recently. You know, if you've been crushing the rebounds and you have good luck with the timing of those rebounds, it might be a good idea to go for that today. But for me, you guys know I love going for these drops. It's pretty much half the fun for me. It might be all of the fun for me, to be honest. So I'm going to be going for the drop. Hopefully I can get it today. Just one drop, $100 retail price. A lot of people have been asking my predictions for this one. I really don't know. I'm hoping it stays above retail for everybody who gets the drop today. 4,444 editions. You know, I think it really depends how the market opens up on this one. I think if the market opens up when everybody has their collectible, it could come out pretty low. And I think it will rise up because it is for a good cause. So I think people will want to support this one. But if it opens up and only a couple people have their collectible at first, You know, you could start it out. You could see probably at least a few $100, probably around that $500 range, and then work its way down. I'm hoping it stays above retail. A lot of people have been thinking it could go under retail. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But I think Ron English, pretty big artist. If this does go under retail, I think it'd be a good opportunity for a lot of people, possibly. Yeah, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. My opinions only. We got Sam P in the building. Morning, JD. Good morning, Sam P. 2004. Good morning, Sora. Price prediction, J. Kind of just went over a little bit right now. I don't think it's going to be, you know, crazy off the chart type day today. I don't think it's going to go extremely too valuable. I think this is just another good drop to practice your strategy if you're going for the Brave Gate. You know, shout out to Vault and all those people out there who came up with Brave Gate. And shout out to anybody who still does that. I think that's a good opportunity for a lot of people. I've seen people have success with it. If you're wondering what that is, I'm pretty sure it's just where you skip the actual drop. That way your buy now button doesn't get disabled. Because a lot of times when you go for these drops, you can't go for the rebound with the buy now for some reason, with these single solo drops. So that way a lot of people think you probably have a better chance of getting a rebound than going for trying to beat out all the people going for the drop. But I don't usually have great success on the rebound, so I usually just go for the drop. And plus I love the drop so much to where it's it's a lot of fun for me. I don't want to miss that. So many people go for it just to get the mystery cube adrenaline rush, but don't actually buy or don't have the gems. Yeah, absolutely. I completely. I think that's why there's a lot of rebounds as well. Absolutely. Austin, he's going to try the Brave Gate on the painting. I think it's a good opportunity. I mean, this is probably the drop where you want to maybe try some different things or work on a strategy, technique. I know it sounds crazy because it is just a drop at the end of the day, but sometimes they could release a big drop, you know, the Woody dropping soon with the Toy Story. I'm not sure if it's just going to be Woody and these other Pixar collectibles, which I think it will be. That's not a bad idea either. I mean, we saw, to me, it looked like the market was recovering a little bit, starting to go up in price. And then they announced the Pixar drop. It's probably going to be a blind box with Woody and a bunch of other popular characters. And I think once people saw that, rightfully so, they got really excited. And unfortunately, the market dipped a little bit more, you know, paused on that pump. And I think it's a good opportunity for a lot of people scooping up things in the market right now. Shout out to Chasing Sundays taking advantage of that dip. I did buy some more comics as well. Trying to get up to that 200 mark of comics. Almost there. I'm at like 180 right now. 178. Shout out to the last follower. Just got me to 3,900 followers. Let's go. Who was it? Let me give him a shout out. Let me try to find it. It's loading a little bit. I think grinding for followers, if you're doing that on VeVe right now, I think you're really ahead of the game. I want to talk about that for a little bit while this is loading. I think having followers on VeVe right now is just way, way before the curve. Look at Instagram when Instagram first launched. Maybe it was like 2011, 2012, around that year. A lot of people, including myself, I didn't pounce on that opportunity. I thought it was just another platform, had pictures on it. A lot of people were grinding away from the beginning, you know, getting the followers up. People were laughing at them, didn't understand the platform at the time. You know, fast forward just a handful of years, millions of followers later, now we have Instagram influencers who get paid to post. I think VeVe is setting itself up to be similar to where there's going to be so many opportunities in the future if you do have a huge following, tens of thousands of followers, one day millions of followers on the VeVe app. This is something that I've been working really hard on ever since I found VeVe from the beginning, since last March. There was a point in time when the summer hit last summer, and we all know the VeVe app's not perfect right now. We know the feed, it's not perfect. There's some improvements that will be made in the future. It's just when you have so many things to work on, you have to set a priority list, and the feed right now just isn't at the top of the priority list. So in my eyes, that's the golden opportunity, because in the future, you got to imagine it's going to be easy to search for people. You know, they're probably going to have an algorithm set up to where it's going to be similar to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A lot harder to grow on those platforms, you guys know, to get to tens of thousands of followers. When in the very beginning days, when there was a limited amount of people on those platforms, a lot easier. You guys may see it with TikTok. TikTok was super easy to grow when it first came out. Now it's a little bit harder, but When you can capitalize on these platforms when they're first coming out, when people are kind of iffy on it, you see a lot of people still on the fence if they believe in VeVe for the long term or not. And I think if you have belief, stay convicted, and really try to grind, because there's going to be plenty of opportunities from brands, sponsorships, just being able to rent your collectibles out to a number of people, having that many people come into your showroom. You know, the possibilities are endless. Was it DO305? DO305 got me to 3,900. I think he was 3,901. Who was the one right before that? Wasn't DO305. Shout out to DO305. We got C Rios in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Think prices will be over retail. I'm thinking this is more historical piece, that the first NFT to represent an international conflict. Yeah, it should be over retail, Jacob De Leon. It should definitely be over retail in my eyes. I mean, so many different reasons. One, the art just looks amazing, I think. Two, Ron English is a big artist. Three, exactly what you just said. It's the first painting, first drop to really represent and help out an international conflict, you could say. It should be over retail, but you never know these days. I think people just, there's a lot of panic, I feel like, in the market. That's what I'm getting a feel for. So hopefully not. Mystics 0101. Let's go. Wasn't even following you. Just give you a follow. Appreciate that. Mystics 0101. The big 3,900. Appreciate that big time. Just gave you a follow. Morning Moon, just here for the JD luck. Let's go. Shout out to you if you're on the YouTube channel. Just got your comment. Good luck today. Morning Moon, I'd be seeing you all over the marketplace. Hopefully you've been doing well flipping. I bought Batman vs. Croc this morning for 410. Hopefully it's a good buy. Wow, look at you. I mean, right now you have the first ever Batman in color on the VeVe app. For me, I think that's a big deal as a Batman fan. And plus, we saw that Batman vs. Croc up to $1,600. I should have let mine go around them, but I did get mine on the drop. It's a low mint too, 458. So I just held on to it. There was a few times where I tried putting up for a high price, and then I would just buy back the floor. But 410, I think that's solid. Not financial advice, but also it has been up to 1,600 before. So it's been more than, it's been basically triple what that price is. And just for the same reason, I mean, when we see Mickey Mouse in color, that's going to be a huge deal, I feel like, for a lot of Disney fans. Even though we already have the Steamboat Willie and the Mickey Mouse FA, I think once we get that first ever Mickey Mouse in actual color, that's going to be a big deal. And I think the same kind of goes for that Batman. I don't really know if there's a big catalyst for it coming, except for when we get another DC battle statue. In my eyes, that's always what's been, you know, a huge catalyst for that. Because I do think that people will be DC battle statue master collectors one day. They're going to have all the DC battle statues. If you're not familiar with them, also, you can look them up on Google. Just type in DC battle statues. You're going to see some from the Joker, Superman, Harley Quinn. They all look amazing. And so that's going to be my problem. They're going to drop something that looks amazing. I'm going to want every single one of them. But I think because of that, once they start releasing more and more, I think the first one ever is going to be a big deal. I got Supergirl 212 using Brave Gate. Shout out to Kryptoni. Yeah, I think a lot of people have been doing well with Brave Gate. Shout out to Hello K. I know he's been crushing it with the Brave Gate as well. With or without begging for followers. That's actually a great point right here, Chasing Sunday. So I've seen a lot of people trying to post stuff like that, F for F, follow for follow. And for me, I've never been one to ever do that. I've always been a strong proponent of saying not to do that. You know, if you're going to spam comments, spam, you know, the fire emoji or a rocket ship or, you know, just something other than follow for follow, like begging to follow, because that's going to ruin your brand. You know, I've always been saying that from the very beginning. There's so many different ways you can engage with people. Either reply to comments. That's something that you'll see me do all the time on VeVe. You can list some of your collectibles for a certain price. That's something I'll do too, just kind of like to show off a stunt type thing. Just list some of my collectibles that I love for like 9.9 mil. You know, hopefully they don't get bought, but if they did, you know, hopefully it's just a duplicate that does. But I don't expect that to happen. So That's just another way for people to follow you right now before there's a search feature. But you're definitely right. I would say try to gain the followers if you're grinding for followers without begging for the followers. Because I mean, at the end of the day, people are gonna remember like how you got those followers, you know. And if you're constantly just saying follow for follow, most of the time, if you follow people, they're gonna follow you back anyway. So you don't really have to go and spam that. To me, that kind of always just watered down your brand if you were one to do that. Do you think it's going to be a 3D Pixar collectible, or do you think it's going to be a lenticular card type drop? Good question here, Austin. They haven't even clarified this just yet. I believe it's going to be a collectible. I don't think it's going to be a first edition lenticular card type thing. I think we will see the actual collectibles of Woody. I'm thinking it's going to be. I was looking up some other. Let me try to bring up what I found the other day. Pixar. I was looking up what possibly could be the drop, just trying to get some clues of what characters they might drop. I think there is. Let's see. This is the tweet from VeVe. The Pixar Pals collection celebrates some of the most iconic characters and moments brought to life by Pixar Animation Studios. 5 digital collectibles dropped this Sunday. Blind box format. So they're going to be moments and characters. That's why I think it's going to be more so a collectible. Maybe it's some kind of animation. Maybe we get like a couple collectibles animating with each other. Who knows? But I do think Woody will be one of them, obviously. Let's see. Pixar top popular characters. James P. Sullivan, that's a good one too. I don't know if they'll drop that one. I mean, maybe. Buzz, I was hoping they were going to drop Buzz, maybe Lightning McQueen. I could see them dropping the race car. I'm not the most familiar with a lot of Pixar characters. I mean, I know Toy Story. Toy Story is huge, but I feel like Toy Story is going to be its own category to where if they drop Woody, I feel like they might drop Woody again one day with Buzz, but this would probably be Woody's FA. An article says 5 digital collectibles. Yep. So I'm waiting for that Medium article to drop. I think that's going to be huge. I mean, we could see the market dip a little bit more once that Medium article comes out, depending on the characters that drop. I'm wondering if Buzz will drop. I'm not sure. I think if Buzz was to drop, they probably would have had Buzz on the cover. This one's probably just Woody. But I mean, that's a huge character right there, so that's going to be really popular. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think are the other collectibles? There's going to be 5 of them. I thought one would be Lightning McQueen, just because, I mean, I'm not that familiar with it, but I think fans of Pixar, that's a really big character right there. The race car. Nemo, Mr. Incredible, the dog from Up. Yeah, I mean, sky's the limit. We got George Adams in the building. What's up, fam? Johnny Whale. So funny, man. Never been called a whale ever before in my entire life before VeVe. Mike Wise. Yeah, I saw that up here. I think Mike Wise looks pretty cool as a collectible. The one-eyed character. Sully, the Yeti. I feel like that might be a character, actually. I mean, that's a pretty popular character from Monsters, Inc., right? That's what it's from. Yep, Monsters, Inc. Yeah, Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible. That could definitely be a drop. I could see that one being on there. I would probably say, yeah, that's probably going to be one. If I was to guess, I would say, Mr. Incredible, the one I just mentioned, the Sully from Monsters Inc. Woody, what's that, 3? Lightning McQueen, that's 4. Maybe Mike Waz. I could definitely see that one dropping too. I think they'll look good. Nemo. Why is that not on the list? Isn't Finding Nemo like one of the most top characters? Maybe that might be a drop in itself, like by itself type thing, because that's so big. About 10 minutes left before the market closes. Let me go over the market before it closes. We got Rizzo dipped down to 10. It was pumping it back up to 14. Took a little dip back down to 13 right now. If it goes back to 10, I'm going to try to make some moves, grab myself a second Rizzo. I think I'm going to have to make it happen. My one goal, as soon as I got on the VeVe, which I should have made it happen way earlier. I should have made it a more important goal, so I got it earlier. Wanted to have a duplicate of every one of those collectibles in the first set. Just because I'm such a big believer in that set being unreachable one day. And being able to sell, or even just, rent out one day the first full set of VeVe, I think it's just going to be iconic. So I won't be able to ever sell it because I only have the one Rizzo. And I only have the one Joe M, one Becky. I have the 3 Todds. But I've been if I get a second Rizzo, I'll definitely get a second Joe and Becky. We got Todd, 6.4K. It was running up to 7K, but I think this announcement, Pixar just took a little bit of a hit back down to 6.4K. But again, I would not panic anytime you see Todd dip from 7 to 6.4K. Just a handful of months ago, I remember when people were saying it'll never get past 3K, 2K. I think Pirates touched on this too in his last video, most likely, because he talked about how I only saw the first couple of minutes, but he made a good job saying, when you see OGs just chilling, not panicking, because they've been here for the cycles, and anytime you see collectibles dip, it's usually an opportunity, not financial advice. Or, the people that made out huge, people just held the whole time. Shout out to my guy, Joe Kelly. He got on the VeVe when I first got on the VeVe, maybe just a few days later. But he was one of the few people that believed in what I was telling him right away. He bought just 5 collectibles, maybe 6 collectibles back then. Last March, he bought the Todd, the Nightwing, FA Joker, FA Harley Quinn, Penguin, maybe one more collectible, a Joe M Batman, Becky Batman. So he got like 6 or 7 collectibles. Just held on to them, never bought any more. I think he spent $600, $500 maybe. And he didn't have any more money to keep putting in. He lives with his wife out in Oregon. And he kind of just stopped paying attention to it for a little bit. It's not like he gave up. He was just real busy with life. And a few months went by. I kept showing him the prices. He was like, wow, And then a couple months went by. He didn't look. And then that run up in January, mid-January, I said, Joe, look at your valuation. He looks, over probably like 20K, something like that. Maybe even a little bit more, I think he said. And it just goes to show you. He just held the whole time. Didn't, worry about day trading or anything like that. When there was dips going on, he didn't panic. He just held. And it goes to show you sometimes time in the market tends to be timing the market. No. But again, not financial advice. Everybody has their own situation, their own strategy. A lot of people make out great by flipping and timing the market. So it's just a little bit risky when you do that is all. The FA Joker back up to $810. Good to see that over 800. We got Harley Quinn still lagging behind, down to 469. I think it was running up to almost 600, mid 500s. But again, the Pixar announcement just kind of hurt it a little bit. 469. 2 of them at 469. You got my Nightwing back down to 1.5K. We did see a run up. Shout out to all the Nightwing holders out there. Still got my 3 Nightwing. Let's go. You guys probably seen mine up there for sale a few times. I do want about like at least 2K of cash for it. Not cash, but like gems or, But the floor is so weak. There's only 40 left in the market. I would not even think about selling it if I only had 1 or 2. But that third one, you guys know, it's kind of like my trophy. Always thought about maybe swapping the trophy for some prize money. That way I can make some moves. Got the Becky Clinton Batman, 1.5K. Joe M Batman went down a little bit. We only had 1 below 1K. Now we got about 5 of them under 1K. 840 is the price. This could be a good opportunity for me to get my duplicate finally. I had so many of these too. At one point, I had like 7 of these. That's what really made me able to capitalize on the moment back in the day. And it was the reason why I was able to grow my collection into what it is today. I got 7 FA Todd McFarlane Batmans. I got 7 FA Jokers, 7 Harley Quinns, 7 Joe M Batmans. When you believe in something and they're at a low price, no matter what the negativity around you, the distractions are saying, double down on that conviction. Not financial advice, but it's what's helped me big time. So many people didn't believe in what I was doing, and they kept telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, but I believed in it. So I just doubled down. I felt like because nobody was understanding what I was doing, that was like red flags in my brain, light bulbs going off like, this is early, this is the opportunity, go harder. And so I did. Let's talk about these golden moments, last 5 minutes. We got Bart just below 1K. There's a lot of price movement on Bart lately. Got up to like 1.34 recently, 1.5 almost. I saw 1.3, I think, and then back down to 900, 999. What's a skateboard at? Skateboard's 815, still below 1K. We got Wally crept up a little bit, I think, with that Pixar announcement. 839 is the price. It was in the 700s. Pizza truck almost at 1K, 999. Star Wars. I think the Star Wars set's going to be huge. I mean, I cannot wait until we get more Star Wars collectibles like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. Just the vehicles, I think, are going to be huge and iconic. That's what the 2 Star Wars collectibles that I really, really want in my head for my showroom is going to be Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I feel like if somehow I can pull off both of those to add to my showroom, I'll feel so complete. I feel like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get them, because if I don't get them on the drop, they're going to be thousands of dollars. It'll be interesting too. What do you guys think the setup, the format's going to be for those? Do you think they're going to be like one not Luke Skywalker, one Darth Vader, like 8,888 editions, kind of like a Superman vibe? Or do you think it's going to be like the Spider-Man vibe, where it's, you got a common through a secret rare Darth Vader, maybe the secret rare is animated, and then you have the common that has a lot more editions, so everyone get the Darth Vader. I'm not sure which way they're going to go with that, but it'll definitely be interesting. Can't wait to see what they come up with. If you had an opinion, I want to hear your guys' opinion. Like, would you rather have the one Darth Vader, the one Luke Skywalker, or would you rather have them in like 4 or 5 different variations? The secret rare animated. I think the lightsaber is going to be unbelievable looking. Donald Duck still pretty low, 819. There's going to be a day in time where I say Donald Duck's over 2K, probably over 3K. In my opinion, I definitely want to get some more. Shout out to everybody stacking the ducks out there. We got the Mickey Sorcerer's hat, 2.3K. We got Elsa, 1.8K. Donald Ducks, 819, I said. We got Lady and the Tramp, the other one in that set, 613, really low still. I think that's going to easily be over $1,000. Not financial advice. Avengers logo, still looks like these Disney moments took a little bit of a hit recently. 935 for the Avengers logo, just below 1K. Remember a point in time when they were almost all below 1K. A lot of us were saying these Disney golden moments are all going to be above 1K, and most of them aren't. 1.3K for Iron Man. Is that all of them? It's all of them besides the one and only Walt. It's the partner statue. Shout out to all the partner statue holders out there. Shout out to the 2 Walt gang crew. Let's go. Who was it on the live stream the other day who just got the second Walt? Was it? Let's see if I can remember the name. William Peartree, I think it was. Let's go. I think it was. If it was you, my man, shout out to you for getting your second Walt. That's a life-changing decision, I think, right there. Partner statues at 24.4K. Steamboat Will Ultra Rares down to 3.3K. I think that one's going to do great, though. I think that's one of the few that doesn't need an FE tag to do well. Superman is not available because the market's closed. Unfortunate. We'll probably see a tweet from VeVe saying 30 minutes left to the drop. Looks like they closed the market a tad early on me. Unfortunate. Where's the tweet? It's got to be coming any second. I hope it is, Danny, with the shot. I hope it is. I don't know if it's gonna be though. All the Toy Story characters. I feel like that would be a Toy Story drop in itself, but I could be wrong with that. Maybe it is. I know people are gonna go crazy if it is because I think a lot of fans of Toy Story. I mean, I'm a fan of Toy Story. I'm a big fan of Buzz Lightyear. That's one collectible that I feel like I need in my showroom. The spacesuit outfit just fits Johnny Dunn. Got December Bitcoin in the building. How we doing, fam? December, are you feeling it today? Is today your day or what? Sully, I could definitely see coming as a drop. I didn't even know this character. I just saw him though, Mater. Mater is the car. Sir Toe Mater. Cars 2, Cars 3, as well as Cars Tunes. So Cars is a pretty popular movie series, I guess you'd say, movie series. Wow, VeVe's late on their tweet. 30 minutes to the market. Where it's at? Where is it? This is what I'm kind of thinking too, Austin. The fact that they said collectibles and moments made me think, we may see some kind of battle statue-esque type thing. May not be exactly like a battle statue, but I see what you're saying, like some kind of scene that's going on. I'm thinking like an animated scene. I hope it's Woody and Buzz, but I feel like if Buzz was included, they would have made Buzz on that character, like on that. Let me bring up VeVe's profile. I'll show you the tweet. Like I feel like if Buzz was to drop, I feel like it would have been Buzz and Woody on the thumbnail here. And it says Pixar Pals NFT collection. Pixar Pals released a Happy Meal type thing back in the day for McDonald's. Shout out to Dan Schauble. He brought that up. And it was basically what I saw when I was looking up Pixar Pals the other night. I was trying to get a feel for like what could they have dropped? Like Pixar Pals collectible. It was 2005. Pixar Pals set of 8 McDonald's Happy Meal. Pixar Pals promoted Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and more. Mr. Incredible, Dash, Nemo, Dory, Mike Wazowski, James Sullivan, Buzz Lightyear, and Woody. Wow. All right, so there's 8 here. If it was 5, this is what they looked like. So that's Mr. Incredible right up there. That's Dash. That's Nemo. That's Dory. That's Mike Waz, Sullivan. All right, so we know we got Woody. I think we're getting Mike and Sully, so that'd be 3. I don't think we're getting Buzz yet. I think Buzz is too big. I mean, Woody is supposedly bigger, but who knows? Just for me, I like Buzz a little bit better. Maybe I'm biased there. I think I'm just biased. But anyway, 3 of them. I think Mike Waz, Sully, Woody, 2 more. Nemo and Mr. Incredible, I would go with. That's my guesses. Mr. Incredible, Nemo, Mike Waz, Sully, and Woody. What do you guys think? Now, that was in 2005. And I think that's kind of the future of where this all connects. We've kind of teased about it. Just in our hopes, the OGs back in the day, we were saying, could you imagine if McDonald's, I think I touched on this the last couple live streams too. Like, could you imagine if McDonald's releases Happy Meal kids or Happy Meal toys, for their kids with the promo codes, and then you could just get your digital collectible on the VeVe app. I feel like that would help increase the awareness big time. And now, obviously, those collectibles that they give out wouldn't be the most valuable, but imagine how many thousands of people around the world would then get introduced to the VeVe app through that. It would be game changing. And the fact that VeVe has the same marketing firm as McDonald's, I think eventually one day that will happen. VeVe team never tweeted out 30 minutes to go. Uh-oh, what's happening? Is there no drop? 24 minutes, 57 seconds to go. I wonder what kind. I always thought Lightning McQueen car would be one though too. Maybe if it's not Nemo, it's that Lightning McQueen car instead. I don't think Buzz will be dropped along with him. Really? See, I thought it'd be like Buzz and Woody maybe together as a drop by itself. Because I think today's will be a hit. Either way, it's a great cause. No, I'm not too sure on that. I'm getting the sentiment that it won't be that big of a hit. I think it should be a big hit. I think it should do pretty well, and I think it should be pretty valuable just because of the cause, you know? I think people want to support, but for whatever reason, I don't think it will be. Unfortunately, I'm still going for the drop. You know, I will try to get it. I feel like most of the people are just trying to flip for the Pixar drop, you know, get excited for that one. Today's my Omi birthday. First deposit in a Sendex. Wow, let's go. Got a couple people commenting on my feed there. Trying to do both at the same time. Shout out to you, George Adams. A lot of VVOG's birthday today in the last few days. Shout out to the Gale. I think he just put out a video saying that this is his first day last year. Shout out to the OG Gale. Great Eagle, let's go, JD. Shout out to you, brother. If you're tuning in today, watching YouTube, we got pay. Let's go. Get some for a good cause. Get some for a good cause. Just give you a follow, brother. Came for Omi, stay for VeVe. Hey, I think that happened to a lot of people with George Adams. They found Omi. He said, okay, well, let me check out this VeVe app that's supporting the Omi token. And a lot of people got into VeVe after Omi. I put out a poll a little bit ago. I would say a handful of months ago. You know, what did you find first? Did you find Omi coin first and then get in the VeVe app, or vice versa? Did you find the VeVe app first, then get an Omi token? Majority found Omi first, then VeVe. And I put out that poll because I wanted to kind of get a gauge of where the community was at. And that was definitely how most people found it. And I always thought that as we move on in the future, as we continue to grow, it'll probably switch. It'll probably be a lot of people found the VeVe app first and then got in the crypto and Omi token. That's how I was back in March. But I don't think I was the majority. I think most of the people found Omi back then and then got into VeVe app. And honestly, when I got into VeVe, when I got into VeVe and I was going hard on all the collectibles in the very beginning, most of the people I was surrounded by were going hard on the Omi token and saying, Johnny, what are you doing? You're going opposite. You're doing the wrong thing. Like, you're kind of doing the backwards. You know, you're doing the VeVe first and then you should be doing Omi now. And honestly, I didn't know which way was going to pan out better in the beginning. I do think Omi will be great in long term. I think that'll be king in the end. But to be honest, I had no idea the VeVe NFTs were going to boom first before the Omi token. It makes a lot of sense, though, if you ask me, because there's no Omi token without the VeVe app. So they're making sure that the VeVe app is perfect, is a great app first. So that's the foundation of everything. Definitely what a ride it's been, man. The ups, the downs, the journey. I remember on VeVe when it was just the collectibles and we didn't even have comics yet. People said there would never be comics. We didn't even have Marvel yet. I remember the first Marvel announcement. Shout out to Kyle Wilson who broke the news. I think it was Kyle, at least. It was on YouTube. It was a Dan Crothers random video, too. It wasn't even like we have Marvel. It was just another interview, and he name dropped it. You know, we got licenses from now Marvel, and the community was like, whoa, rewind. What did he just say? We have Marvel now? And it kind of blew up the community. A huge news that got dropped. It's funny, too, because before that, of course, Johnny Dunn Moonboy, I was telling people that we've had Marvel. And people didn't believe me. But the reason why I was so key on Marvel is because I saw a Spider-Man logo on one of the Medium articles, like before they took it down, before, I want to say early March. After March, they deleted or got rid of a lot of articles that might have been giving out too much info. I think it's because they just exploded way bigger than they expected. And so I vividly remember a Spider-Man image on one of those articles. So I was like, we've had Spider-Man. We got Marvel. And most people, because I didn't take a screenshot or anything like that, they're like, oh, yeah, okay, you're right, Johnny. But we got it. A lot of people said we had Marvel, too. A lot of people were big that, you know, we have every license. I've always been one to say that if you can imagine the brand, VeVe probably has it. Or if not, you know they're going to get it. And a lot has to do with once you get these big time brands, if you're not on the VeVe app at some point, you're going to be losing out on a lot of exposure. Just think of all the artists, lives have been changed because they're now on the same app as Disney, Marvel, Givenchy, Batman, DC. Like, it's game changing. 19 minutes, 30 seconds to the drop. Sam P, 2004, just followed you on JD, or just followed you, JD, on VeVe. Sam P, what's the username on VeVe? You just followed me. I should get the notification, so I should be able to follow you back. It's taking a little bit to load. Hey JD, can you spam these drops? Keep getting heavy load. Reinstall the app and all the suggested advice. Hope it does not happen again. How's it going, Deej? Now, someone just made a post on Twitter the other day of them showing that they spammed the drop. They backed out, because I love to back out with like 30, 60 seconds left and then come back in. They went for the drop and it still came up with a heavy load. Now, just remember, the heavy load message doesn't prevent you from getting the drop. There's been plenty of times where I got that heavy load message, but I was still able to get in the drop. But there's been plenty of times too where I got the heavy load and I didn't get in the drop. I think it's just a notification letting you know that there's a lot of people on right now. I saw someone too click the buy now button like right away, like perfect timing, and it looked like it almost was too early. And they did say they have like 3 ping and the brand new iPhone. So I feel like sometimes if you have the newest equipment, such a low ping like that, maybe the way I do it is a little bit too slow, as in like your phone processing speed might be too fast. So you may have to wait a tiny bit more maybe. Now, I'm not too positive on that. It was just from something that I looked at from my observation. But Adij, I would say if you reinstall the app and everything, my suggestion is try to back out of the app. Like, here we go. We're in the countdown. We got, let's see, 17 minutes left, 34 seconds. If there was 0 minutes and 32 seconds left right now, I would just back out again, come back in. And if it looks like it's going down in order, just keep it on the screen. If it looks like it's lagged on a second, go back and do it again. The closer you wait to 0, the more you're playing with fire, the more risky it is. Because that heavy load screen, it shouldn't make you not get the drop, if that makes sense. I would just keep going for it, my man. I mean, plenty of times where I've missed because of that, but I've gotten through as well. Dude, lurking in the building today. Let's go. How we doing, brother? I'm debating if I should go for the Ukraine relief project. How we doing, MV Assassin? Yeah, I think it's going to be up to you. I mean, if you like the artwork, if you don't mind it, maybe go for it. Because, I mean, if you like the artwork and you want to have it in your showroom, I think then maybe you want to go for it. But if you're worried about maybe it goes under retail and you don't want to get stuck with it for a little bit, then maybe don't go for it. Just pass on it. Common Darth Vader would stink. He needs to be ultra rare. Excuse me. He needs to be ultra rare or secret rare. He ain't no common. Yeah, Simone. I know a lot of people would probably be disappointed with a common Darth Vader. But the thing is with VeVe, they make the most popular character oftentimes the common, because they want as many people to try to grab that collectible and have fun with it. And then for those hardcore collectors, they go after the secret rare. But Darth Vader is a different, it's an interesting. I would like to see a secret rare, ultra rare Darth Vader myself. But then again, I think they're going to want to make sure that a lot of people can try to have one. So I have a feeling they may make Darth Vader a whole bunch of different rarities. Have the common be so that way everybody in the world has a chance to at least get a common Darth Vader. But if you're lucky enough, you might be able to get that secret rare Darth Vader with the animated lightsaber with 1,000, 2,000 editions. I think they may go something like that for that one. That's just the way it seems, at least for me. Would that be something that you guys are upset about if you had a bunch of different rarities? So do we know if secondary sales go to help Ukraine as well? I would imagine so, Gio, but I don't know the exact details. It probably says that somewhere in the Medium article. It says net proceeds from 2 Ron English drops will benefit the Red Cross and their Ukraine refugee relief efforts. Net proceeds. Oh, December doesn't have $100 for the drop. I mean, you could still go for it. I would still go for December. Definitely implies more than one. So we're definitely going to get, I think there's 5 collectibles. Definitely more than one. And I mean, I don't know about Wally. I mean, Wally kind of got hurt a little bit on those golden moments. But I think if it came out, definitely be interesting to see what that golden moments does. Buzz does have a movie coming out this summer as well. I think that's going to be probably when we get a Buzz Lightyear drop. They're probably going to time it with that one. That's the way I see it. And then probably come out with a Buzz Lightyear full set by itself, 8,888 editions, maybe 7,000 editions, something like that. For Buzz, I'd like to see 7,777. It's Sets of Friends. Yeah, definitely. I did see the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer in a little bit, though. It's been a little while now. I'm going to have to replay the trailer. A couple other trailers I want to see, too. Or at least one other trailer is the Jurassic Park trailer. I saw it originally when that trailer first came out. But I haven't seen it lately, and I want to make sure I see it again. Yeah, remember the FUD when people were calling them Happy Meal golden moments? Let's go, Krypton. You finally got the whole set. That's huge right there. The whole set of the golden moments, that's big. When I first watched you, I had Wally. That's it. Wow. You made some big moves in the market. Shout out to you, Kryptoni. And that's the thing, right? I mean, once you don't have the full set, instead of thinking like you'll never finish it, you'll never get it, keep plugging along with that goal. Eventually, you'll be able to flip your way, get lucky with some collectibles, maybe a drop or two, make some moves in the market, and next thing you know, you get the full set. Slinky the dog. Yeah, that's in Toy Story. That's a big one. Bug Life. Wow, I haven't seen that. That reminds me of when I was a little kid. The old man playing chess. What's his name? Is that Carl Fredricksen? I think is that this guy? He was in Up. I don't know if I think I saw Up. Yeah, Kryptoni, I feel like the scheduling wasn't ideal, but again, I think they wanted to make sure they did something for everything that's going on in the world right now. I think they did have a design team that's in Ukraine, so I think they wanted to make sure that they did give back. Probably not the best scheduling with the Pixar coming up, but again, a lot of this scheduling has to do with these big brands, these big companies. Pixar has a lot of control, probably. Disney. Did you get the Coca-Cola Snow Globe? I wish I was here for that one. Let's go. I did. So I didn't get it on the drop. I didn't get the Coca-Cola Snow Globe on the drop, but I made some moves in the marketplace. I ended up picking up a 777 edition, uncommon, in the marketplace for a few $100, maybe like $300 it was at the time. But again, this Coca-Cola set for me is one of my future strategic moves that I do believe that I'll be able to get a sponsorship one day from Coca-Cola. Shout out to Coca-Cola if you're watching. Just a brand deal. I mean, I'd be able to pitch, having thousands of people in and out of my showroom, tens of thousands of people. And I just think that's the setup. That's the game plan for it. 777 to match my brand on Twitter, Johnny Dunn 777. It's my favorite mint number. And then I went ahead and got the Secret Rare recently. When the market was pretty low, the Secret Rare was as low as $800. And I pounced on it. I didn't get the best mint number for that one. I did see a Secret Rare mint number 777 for like $4,500. But, that was a little bit out of my range. I wasn't able to get that one. And if I did have $4,500, it'd be tough to spend it on that one collectible. But just happy that I was able to get that first edition Coca-Cola set. I think that's going to be big time. Yeah, absolutely. Milestone Ranch. It's definitely a touchy situation. I hear what you're saying, and I understand that. Um, when you start getting on those lines of those issues, I try to usually remain in the center line. I try not to get too involved in any situations like that, but it is for a good cause. Their design team, the VeVe's design team, there is a design team that was or is located in Ukraine, I believe. So I think it's a good way to help give back. Less editions than Gondek, low seller fee, and cheaper than Gondek. It'll probably flip for a little bit. Yeah, also, I could see it going for a little bit higher than retail. I mean, only initial sales go to Ukraine. I'm not too sure on the details of that one. That is something that we probably should look into, or you should probably look into if you want to find the exact answer on that. I'm not too sure if it's the secondary sales or the initial ones. But it should be over 100. If it does go below 100, I'd be upset. I'd be like, really, really, guys, under 100. But you never know these days. You never know. BDK in the building. How we doing? How we doing, fam? Everything is all well with me. Got my hot coffee today. Yesterday, actually, I had only water in my coffee mug. Ran out of coffee. Today, we're sipping on the coffee. So we're back to Coffee Gate. It'd be interesting if I got a drop yesterday without drinking the coffee. It might be the first sale that goes to Ukraine. I'm not positive. But either way, it's going to sell out instantly. DG Vet, morning. Oh, morning to you, DG Vet, and good luck today. I like the artwork on this one a lot. I think the blue and yellow looks amazing. I will say, though, if this comes out, if I do get this drop and it comes out at a high price point right away, there's only a few in the market, I probably will try to flip this one, buy it back at a lower price. Because I do think it would dip if the market opens and there's only a few in the market for sale, say for like 500, 600, 700. I may let this one go and then buy it back when it gets closer, or when it dips down a little bit. Is Pixar the next drop? Might sit today's out there. Yeah, and Cuzco, appreciate you for tuning in anyway today. If you do end up skipping this one, we do have a Pixar drop coming up Sunday, and I believe the Medium article will probably come out later today after these two drops. That's what I would think, at least after probably like an hour or so after the second drop. We'll probably see the Medium article of the Pixar collectibles. And, the market could dip a little bit once we see what's dropping, how many editions, etc. I think with Pixar, it's probably going to be something with a high edition count once again, though. Really interested to see if they make Woody the common, if it's the most popular collectible of the bunch, or if they make Woody the ultra rare. I have a feeling if Woody is the most popular character, they might make Woody the common, just because they know that Woody is the most popular. If it ends up being the most popular of the bunch that gets dropped, a lot of times VeVe likes to make the most popular character the common. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, see which collectibles get dropped. Regardless of the sentiment, this is a piece of history. Absolutely, Myerson Ranch. It really is a piece of history. It's the first one ever to support a national conflict like that, international conflict. So that's why I said I'd be surprised almost if it does go under retail, just because it does have an important value there. But again, you never know with people. I mean, the sentiment isn't too high on this right now around, so I feel like a lot of people are gearing up for that Pixar drop. Yeah, absolutely. And Ronnie Lido, don't feel like you have to support. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are tapped out right now too. So, you gotta, do whatever your situation calls for, If you're here supporting the channel, I appreciate that big time, even if you don't go for the drop. We got 5 minutes, 8 seconds to the drop, and we got the legend, Sleeping Comics, in the building. Let's go. My guy. Good luck on today's drop as well, my man. How we do on the last few drops? Did you get lucky at all, or you skip them, or unlucky? I've been kind of cold on the last couple of drops. Haven't got a drop on the last couple. Turned on the VeVe light, hoping that changes my my luck streak here. But I am going to go for this one. Are you going to be going for this one, Sleeping? My game plan for this one is to hopefully get the drop, and then I'm really gonna try to see how the market is. If the market opens up and there's only a couple people with their, posted for sale, and not many people have their collectible distributed yet, I'll probably put it up there maybe for like 800, see if I get a quick sale, and then if it dips as more and more people come in the market with it, I'll probably buy this one back. I'm a big fan of the artwork. I like the colors on this one. Don't forget the time change tonight. Guarantee you people oversleep tomorrow too. Let me take a look at this one. Let's see here. So for tomorrow's drop, it's 8 a.m. PT. So it's 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. What do you mean by the time the time change? I feel like it's the same time though. Sleeping Comics, let's go. Shout out to Derek Brad. Sleeping said I fail on everything. Oh man. Hopefully you get lucky today, Sleeping. Drops have been insanely hard. Are you excited for the new drop system, or are you kind of you feel kind of neutral about it? I feel like the new drop system is just going to bring a little bit new excitement to it because the people that have been failing for the drops lately, it'll give them some hope, I think. But I'm also wondering if they're waiting to have the drop system finalized once they have that master collector program kind of finalized. That way you can have the lottery tickets in there. I'm not sure if we'll have the waiting room without that or not. I don't know. Definitely be interesting to see how it goes. Almost drop time. 2 minutes, 49 seconds. Get ready, everybody. Getting close. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, $6.99 drop. That'd be a good thing to mention. Maybe next time have something that's affordable for everybody. Lawrence Pitts, good morning. Good morning. A lot of people actually are skipping this drop on the drop and then trying to go for a rebound. That's called Brave Gate. A lot of people are doing that. They call it Brave Gate because it's kind of like a brave decision to skip the drop and go for the rebound. And the thinking behind that is, I believe, if you go for this drop and don't get it, your buy now button's going to be disabled most likely, so you probably won't go for the rebound. So all those people who missed the drop will be able to go for the rebound, so they feel like they'll have better luck that way, which is a good, possibility. Hey, let's go. Yeah, I like it too, Sleeping. Absolutely. Is this a secret rare? It is a secret rare. This is something I didn't even realize, JJ. Appreciate you for that comment because this is something I think goes over people's heads. This is a secret rare drop. This is a secret rare collectible. This is going to give you a lot of master collector program points just for that reason alone. Full set by itself. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. I'm just going to hold it. It's probably one of the cheaper secret rares. Got Punch in the building. Historic drop. That's a fact, Punch. Actually, we're saying daylight savings. Yeah, that could be an issue. Yeah, hopefully. Well, you know what? Everybody's phone does it automatically changes. So hopefully everybody's using the alarm on their phone so it doesn't mess them up. We got 58 seconds to the drop. Good luck, fam. Yeah, sleeping nose. Drop's not always part of the strategy. A lot of moves can be made in the marketplace. All right, I'm recording. I'm backing out. My infamous back out. Felt a little delayed on 39 seconds there. This one feels money. 32 seconds. This might be a little bit too fast almost. Feels like it skipped a little bit. 25 seconds. If I'm too early, we got the buy now button already up. I've been early on these, so I'm going to make sure I'm a little bit later than usual, like a split second. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. I think I got it. No way. I didn't get it. Wow. That was fast. Holy cow. And it's sold out. Yep. Wow. Wow. I didn't get the heavy load, but that's exactly what happened to the other kid that was on Twitter that was saying he pressed it right away, had the heavy load, and it like exited him out right away. He's like, how could I press it faster than that? I was like, you can't. I was pretty much on point. I felt like mine was pretty much on point too. Let's look at the film, guys. I felt like that was probably one of my better drops when the buy now button's already up. 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. Oh yeah, that was perfect. I couldn't have done it better than that. I feel good. See, that's the thing. Like, I still feel good about my drop, even if I didn't get it, just because I had a good attempt on it. The times that I get upset is when I have a terrible attempt. You know, I mess up really bad. I'm too early. I'm too late. I missed the buy now. All right, this is a good view here. Look how quick I was on this one. This is what I mean why it's not perfect every time, but all you can do is just try to have your quickest attempt consistently. 3, 2, 1, 0. Buy now. Oh man. Didn't get it. I'm going to tweet this one out. Man. Sheesh. Shout out to you guys if you got it. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Yeah, exactly. I mean, worst case scenario, you get an extra secret rare, extra set if you don't like it, or if it drops a little bit in price. This would be the first secret rare that goes under retail. If it goes under retail, I'm buying one. That's a fact. Sleeping Comics legend. Let's go. Johnny West Coast in the building. How we doing, brother? Let's go. Eating a Vine. Got a new iPhone last night. Let me know if you get it. We got Getsy in the building. How we doing, brother? Let me know if you got it today. Let's see. Dubs, L's. Yeah. Geo, right? A secret rare and a full set. It's only a one collectible set. So you only get that one bonus point. But a secret rare too, that's like what? 7, 8 points a day. If you get a low mint number, that's even extra bonus points for your low mint. You're looking at almost 10 points a day with this collectible. That's pretty big. Depending on your mint number, of course, and everything. Yeah, never tried Bravegate. See, like Bravegate would be I feel like a good one for this one, just because when you have a one collectible drop with a limited amount, you're probably not going to get it. So you're going to go for it, probably miss it, and then not be able to go for the rebounds. And there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people who do that. Not many people will decide to have a brave strategy, right? Bravegate. Not go for the drop, miss the drop, but then go for the rebound. A little different way to play it. I didn't see that skit, so I don't know that one, but shout out to anyone who saw that SNL skit. Gone, LLL. Oh my gosh, BDK was too early. Dudes, good luck on the Bravegate. Oh, wow. Okay, good. If you went for it, missed it, but you still have a rebound available. Awesome. We got Bren Logs with a dub. Let's go. Fail. Yep. Let's try spamming. Wow, DG Vet dub. Wow. Oh, Sam. Wow, you're that guy on Twitter. Okay, got you. You're going for Bravegate today. So let me know how it works. Get a couple dubs. All right. The people who got a dub on the drop. Justin Gentry, let me know. Did you spam away and get it, or did you time it and go for it? Because this one sold out ASAP. If you guys got it, great job getting it. DG Vet with a dub. Same thing with DG Vet. Did you spam it, time it, and Bren Logs? We got 3 dubs so far. Ooh, Harvier. Hero for hire. Secret rare. For the low. I don't feel good on my drops. Pogalee with a dub. Johnny Ringo got a miss. Yeah, I missed. Oh, Kelvin went for the spam technique today. Interesting. VeVe Las Vegas had perfect timing once again with the L. Try to keep that perfect timing up. That's the hard part is, you have perfect timing a couple times and you're like, why did I not get it? The key is to keep that consistency up. You guys see me go on an 0 for 10 streak. I mean, some of you haven't seen me, but some of you have seen me go for an 0 for 10 streak. Then the comic book hit. I crushed it on the first ever comic book arc. I think I was 0 for 8 or 0 for 10 heading into that part 1 of the Web of Spider-Man, the first comic book arc. And I went 50% that week. So, and then I caught fire again afterwards. I was brave enough for Bravegate. Wow, DG Vet, was that you on the VeVe comment saying you just joined just for the JD luck and you end up getting it? That's crazy. I don't know if that was you on the feed or not. It was Morning Moon said just here for the JD luck. Hopefully you got that Morning Moon. Ooh, got 0845. Is that going to hold a premium? I think it will, Bren Logs. Anything under 1,000 mint number will be pretty valuable. You going for afternoon drop? I am going to go for it, Cuzco. I think the afternoon drop, as a Ron English fan, I think the Ron English fans will really like that one just because it's the first ever Grin. I think with that, he's going to have a lot of different collectibles that have that same Grin style in the future. And so I think to have the first one, that's going to be a big deal if you're a Ron English fan. Milham, how we doing? How we doing? Bravegate dub. Let's go, dudes. We got Getsy in the building. How we doing? How we doing? We got FBI Detective 007 Getsy in the building. Let's go. That's his new nickname. Exactly. Pokelee 99, shout out to you for getting the drop today. It is a secret rare, and that's something I think is going way over everybody's heads. Whenever in my head, even too, I didn't realize that this was a secret rare. I thought it was just going to be another rare or ultra rare. I think that's big right there. That's something to where I think if people put this under retail, I'm going to try to grab one just because I don't see this staying under retail. Being a secret rare, no shot it stays under retail for that long. Justin Gentry timed it and got it. Let's go. Playthrough game, spammed it and got it. 1907. We got DG Vet, timed it. Let's go. And wow, so Justin Gentry timed it and he had to load gems in. This is good news for anyone who's always on the cusp of trying to load gems in before. It's always risky, I say, when you don't add those gems, especially for like a big drop. If we get like a Darth Vader, etc., I would try to load gems for that. Just because I've seen it happen multiple times. People try to load gems in when they get the drop. An error happens. It crashes. They don't get it. But shout out to you, Justin, for being able to get through and get that today. I think it's a good, just practice it. I'm not sure if you did that for that reason or you just didn't want to load gems before. But I think if you don't love a drop or you don't think it's a big drop happening, try some things. Maybe try a different strategy or, try to get the drop without loading gems. So that way, if that ever does happen to you in the future, you'll at least have some experience doing it. Bren Locke spammed, then he got through. So it's about even, I want to say, timing it and spamming it. Oh, man, Sam P failed on Bravegate. Timed it too late. Yeah, definitely disrespectful if it goes under retail. I don't think it should. I've been saying it, I'd be surprised, but not surprised. I'd be surprised just because it's a historical drop right now. I mean, a secret rare, the first of its kind. Ron English is already a big time artist. It really shouldn't go under retail. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised just because of the sentiment around it. I don't think people are as hype as they are for the Pixar drop, kind of the scheduling aspect of it. Let's go. Mrs. J Kill got one. Let's go. J Kill, this is a secret rare, bro. I think that's something that most people didn't realize. I like blind boxes. That's true. I'm thinking more so like $50, $60 range for those blind boxes tomorrow. Facts, sleeping. Facts, big time. I'm going to try to grab one too in the secondary. I think $60 is probably the price point for the blind box tomorrow. If I was to guess, definitely don't see it being over 100. That's for sure. And I think blind boxes are typically around that $40, $60 range. Yeah. I don't even think I've seen this one, the Ryan English Mona Lisa physical. It's definitely part of history. That's why, I'm surprised not as many people are into this one. I think they made the artwork look amazing too. So it's not even like something that's not appealing looking. I think it looks great. Oh, wow. Got the buy now button at the 8, huh? Let's take a look at this one in AR. I like the colorway of this one a lot. I feel the same way, BDK. Wow, more than half delivered already. This is something I was going to look at in just a second. Oh, awesome. So yeah, it was an experiment. Good for you, Justin Gentry. Just good for you for having that foresight to even just try to practice it, because there's going to probably come a time where there's a big drop, can't load in gems before, and you're going to want to test it out. And so that's a good job for you. At least just having experience with it now, because a big drop, you're going to get nervous. You're going to get excited. You can press the wrong button, freak out, etc. So it's good that you got a little experience doing that. And I'm just glad it worked too. They're probably working on that to make sure that it doesn't crash as often. Can someone record their phone spamming and winning and share it? I don't fully follow how to get a dub spamming. Yeah, if someone recorded that, post it on Twitter. I'll give it a retweet or something like that if you got it, or favorite it or something. Chasing Sundays can see it. 100% not going on to retail for this. Yeah, JK. I mean, I don't think it should go on to retail. I think this should be at least a few $100 right away. Rebound got one. Let's go. And I even thought maybe, depending on how the market opens up, it doesn't look like it's going to happen this time around. But if the market opened up where there's only a couple in the market, I thought it'd be pushing close to 1,000 right away. And then I thought maybe as more and more get put in the market, it drops its price. But it looks like someone said almost half have been delivered already. Huge looking poster too. Wow, this is going to be unreal looking in the showroom. You get a focus up on it. Focus up so it looks clean. There it is. Yeah, that colorway is going to look fire in the showroom. Look how big that is too. And it's a secret rare. Huge. Say anything on the back? No, it doesn't say anything on the back. It looks like there should be something on the back almost. What if it's like a hidden painting on the back? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just black. But yeah, let's check out. Yeah, so there's already, most people probably got it delivered. There's only 589 of 4,404 remaining. All right, so the market's not going to open up the way I expected. So now the market's going to open up with a lot of them right away. So actually, I see the price starting out kind of low and working its way up on this one. It's always kind of opposite, when there's only like one or two or maybe a few in the market for a few minutes. That's usually when the price starts to be high. And then as more and more get delivered, distributed, put in the market, saturated, undercut, that's when the prices usually start to come down. And then, of course, if it's a valuable in-demand product, that's when it goes back up. But something like this, when everybody gets their collectible right away, everybody puts it in the market right away, that's when we see it kind of low. And then if it's a lot of demand, that's when we start to work its way up. And I do see this one going up because it is a secret rare, because it is a first of its kind. And because of that, it may be a sleeper. So if it starts out low near retail, I'll buy at least one or two. I'm going to go for the next drop, but probably won't be able to tune in. Hey, all good, Johnny boy, Johnny West Coast. Have fun at that St. Patty's Day parade, brother. VeVe Las Vegas. Yeah, take it easy, brother. Appreciate that. Good luck as well if you don't tune in today. DG Vet, you're the only influence who does not take a dump on the art drops. You give an honest opinion, but never make the community feel like there's no value in something they like. Absolutely, DJ Vet. I appreciate that. And I'm sure there's other influencers out there that don't take a dump on the art prices, the art drops. But I know, too, as a collector and as an artist, too, myself, like, I know just because I like something or if I don't like something, it doesn't mean that the world isn't going to like it. For example, I like common comics with a 3-digit number. Not everybody's going to be into that, but there's going to be people that are. And so for art drops, I feel like a lot of it's subjective. Everybody's going to have a different, taste. I may like this art because of the painting, because of the artwork, the aesthetics of it. Someone else might like that artwork for a whole different reason, So I feel like art's always kind of, just because I don't like it, I try to see value in it that other people may like. That's why I always talk about the comics that drop. Sometimes the comic books that we get aren't the most valuable in the real world or have that much demand, but sometimes the cover arts look amazing. And that kind of makes my collecting bag, the flags go off like, ooh, this ultra rare cover, may not be the most valuable, but, they did an amazing job on the cover art. And so it kind of makes me into it, makes me like this art. So I think once we're able to put a lot of these comics in the showrooms, that's going to change a lot of people's opinions too. But I appreciate that, DG Vet. I try to always make it seem like, because every drop that comes out for VeVe, it's impossible for me to like every single drop, So there's going to be some drops that I don't love, but just because I don't love it doesn't mean DG Vet, you won't like it, So I try to always talk about it in a way to where, this might be someone's favorite art. I don't know if it's not, So try to always see the value in it, even if it's not something that I'm into. I appreciate that comment, though. It means a lot, my man. I got one first in a long time. Let's go, Ishbak. Ishbak Rubio. It's risky, but every time I've gotten a big drop, I always add gems when I get it. Lenticular cards, Disney statues, etc. Yeah. It's definitely risky, but shout out to you for being able to get that. Wow. You got the Disney statues and lenticular cards by adding gems in. That's awesome. I'd love to hear that. And shout out to you for getting this one. I would say 250 minimum for the floor. Yeah, I would say it's going to come out around a couple hundred, a few hundred. That's a good guess right there in VeVe Las Vegas. I could see that. Maybe like come out 200, 250 right away, work its way up. I could see that. Ron English, yep. Wow, mine is delivering. Shout out to you, Playthrough Games. How much do you think it goes for again? Everybody's going to get their... So I'll talk about it. This is something I like to do a lot for the comic books specifically, but even for the collectibles that drop. You can go in here by going to the store tab at the bottom, go to the latest drop, and then in the details here is huge. You can actually see in the details if it wants to focus up for me. If not, no big deal. I mean, you guys can see it on your phone. So if you go into the details, it's not going to focus up, but it says editions. It'll say first edition, FE 58, or whatever the number is that by the time you're reading this, 4,444 remaining. That means that everybody almost got their collectible distributed to them already. So that tells me the market's going to open up opposite of what it usually does. Again, I'll go over this real quick. Usually, only a few people got their collectible delivered. So when that happens, the market will open up and maybe only 3 collectibles are in there. And that's when you see the price really, really high. And then as more and more people get their collectible or comic distributed, then they put it in the market, the saturation happens, and the price usually comes down. And then if it's valuable, the demand will make it go back up. But because this one's opposite, this one's different. Most of the people got their collectible delivered already. I believe that it's going to start out kind of low. Most of the people are going to put them in the market right away at the same time. So it's going to start out low and then probably work its way up if there's demand. And I think this one will have some demand. because of the cause, the reason for this drop, and because it's a secret rare. It's a full set by itself. That's a lot of MCP points. So playthrough games to answer this question, I think it's going to start out at like a couple hundred, maybe a few $100. More so like probably a couple hundred, and then work its way up, maybe 4 or 5. Kind of what I'm seeing. Maybe even, I think eventually, eventually. I don't think right away because we have the Pixar drop coming up, but this could get close. Get close to 1,000 eventually. But, short term, I don't think it's going to get there right away. I think start out a couple hundred, works its way up to a few hundred, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6. But then, with the Pixar drop, come back down a little bit. But I think it's going to be a good one. Floor will be 300 and rise. I agree with this, JK. It'll go low, then shoot up. Yep. That's how I see it, too. At Chasing Sundays, you can line up the OK button from the error message with the Buy Now timer button so that you can spam click it. Ooh, huge painting in real life. Guernica by Picasso, redone by Ron English is official. Wow, good to know, Punch. Good to know. I definitely would hodl Pokali. I think one of the most powerful pieces of art on this VeVe app. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one for sure. You have the low mint one, right, Pokali? I've been a big proponent, big fan of being the original owner of a lot of these collectibles. So I usually try not to sell anything and get on the drop, but sometimes I do. If I had known I was going to get this many drops, I would have held every single collectible I got on the drop. I still try to, just because I do think I could potentially be one of the people in the world that has the most originally owned collectibles or comics on VeVe. Just because I was blessed to buy a lot in the store early before everything sold out, and then I got blessed with getting so many of these drops. Like I said, if I knew I was going to get this many drops, I would have held every single one I got on the drop. But if you have that low mint Pokali, I mean, you probably don't want to risk it, which I probably wouldn't want to risk it either. But I always say when you have low mints, you have the ability, you have a little bit of flexibility, meaning you could list it for a high price, hoping it sells quick, and then buy back the floor at a low and then pocket the difference. But if you like to be the original owner, which I think will be huge in the future, if you like to hodl that low mint, which I love the 3-digit mints too, because eventually in our showrooms, you're going to be able to see the mint number. That's going to be a stunt. And I think it just looks clean too. Yeah, sunflowers. Yep. Excuse me. So, Punch, I did talk about that in the very, very beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if you were here for that, but I'll go over it again. So they're both ultra rares. That's kind of surprising to me. I didn't know they were both ultra rares dropping. So later today, we have the first ever grins, which we have the sunflower grins dropping. $60 the price of the blind box, 5,555 editions for both of them. So it is usually we have the ultra rare, the rare, different rarities, but this time both ultra rares is just one's gold, one's silver. So pretty cool that one's going to be for the same good cause as well too. I think the art drops are one of the coolest aspects of VeVe. See, that's interesting that you say that, Justin, and I'm glad you said that because I like the fact that we have people in the community that are fans of the artist drops, because not everybody is a fan, but I like the fact that, these artists that drop, they already have a big fan base. Most of them do. And so we're going to get a lot of those fans onto the VeVe app into digital collecting. I always say that digital collecting is going to be the most obvious transition shift in the world the next couple of years. A lot of you guys heard me talk about all the time, but it's the same way physical CDs transitioned to digital music streaming. That was a fad at one point where people thought it wasn't going to last. They wanted a tangible thing to hold and listen to. Well, think of how obvious digital music streaming is today with Apple Music, Spotify. That's the same thing that's going to happen with digital collecting. And this is also another reason why I think DG Vet touched on it. This is why I don't try to hate on or push down any artist drops that happen, because a lot of you guys know I did trade in a lot of my collectibles from artists for these big brand collectibles. And that's just because personally I'm a big fan of these, the bigger brands like the Marvel, Superman, the Batman. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people who don't like the bigger brands and they like the artist collectibles even more. So that's all. I always keep that in the back of my mind when I talk about these artist drops, because I know some people are huge fans of them, more so than the big brands that I'm a fan of. So I hope we find a bigger supportive community soon. I think it's going to come. I think we're just in the midst of the biggest transformation shift that's happened in decades. I truly believe that. It's kind of like when physical CDs transitioned to digital music streaming. There's a lot of people who didn't like that. Imagine like all the fans of because what happened, it was the Wild Wild West. You had the Napster, you had the LimeWire, where you had some good music stuff, but then you had everything, right? The Wild Wild West. And that's kind of how I see OpenSea right now. Which, shout out to OpenSea. I think they have some great stuff for some independent artists. It's game changing, it's life changing for a lot of people. But then they have a bunch of random stuff, right? They got the Wild Wild West, they got everything. So I think that's going to get regulated at some point, the same way Napster did, the same way LimeWire did. And it's going to transition into the same way music did. Music transitioned to premium licensed digital music collections, premium licensed digital music streaming. And so physical collectibles are just going to transition from the Wild Wild West OpenSea era, I always call it the LimeWire era of NFTs, into premium licensed digital collectibles, premium licensed digital collections, the iTunes, the Apple Music, that's VeVe. It's the same transition shift. So I do think the artist drops will be great. I mean, we're going to have a community filled with a whole bunch of different people. That's what VeVe is like so great at, is because at the end of the day, everybody's a fan of something. And so VeVe is going to have something for everybody in the world. It's just we're kind of waiting for the world to catch up to what this really is. It's the Amazon of collecting. Yeah, definitely. Kent W, there's a big deal still in the market right now. Oh, man. A lot of people begin to buy now at certain points, but they're just missing. Black Panther discount today. Whew, yeah, I saw a couple rares, 3-digit for under $100. I was thinking about scooping them up. Wow, let's go. Shout out to the Brave Gators out there. Got 2 on it. Oh, okay. I thought you were got one of the low mints. You said I didn't get a low mint. I actually got one of the highest, 4408. It's funny. I thought for some reason you got the low mint. There's only 45 editions that are 4,400 plus, so I don't know if that would get any premium, but super cool. And to touch on this, it actually would, Pokely. So a lot of people ask me all the time, there's a premium for the first, since VeVe takes the first 40 of collectibles most of the time, there's a premium of that first 100 because the first 60. You have 60 available in the first 100 mints, I should say. But there's a premium for that. And so it's kind of grown as a later trend, but there is a trend growing, and it's growing pretty big. I would say last 50, last 100, you're kind of stretching it at that point. The higher up you go. I think somebody said the last 0.1% is a good thing to target, or something that they target, and I thought about it, and that's actually a pretty good strategy, I would say. But yeah, the last 50 definitely have a premium, and then the higher up you go, I would say it kind of dilutes it a little bit. Wow, Rick the Ruler, let's go. Rick the Ruler got at number 95. So VeVe holds the first 40. So that's a hodl right there. Or, I mean, you could sell it for a big premium, but that's a big one right there. Shout out to you, Rick the Ruler. That's a big collectible to get right there, my man. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people getting the buy nows to pop up. Oh, man. Shout out to Claire Thompson. Seems like everybody's getting the buy now button back, but just losing. Wow, let's go. $5. Yeah, it's a steal. The last Powers of X. Wow. Yeah, anytime you get the last one, that'll sell for a big premium right there. Shout out to you, VeVe Las Vegas, for a couple of reasons. One, it's a clean mint number. It's even like that. But two, that's the very last one. Todd McFarlane Batman. If you get the number 7,500 mint, that's big time. Special mints, the first mint, the last mint. Todd McFarlane Batman 100, because that is Todd McFarlane Batman 100, that mint number. Premium. Shout out to Jeremy Padawar. He was the one that picked that one up. It's a big collectible right there. Let's see. The market should be opening any second now. We got the next drop happening 3.5 hours from now. I'll give you a tip too. This is what I like to do. If anyone out there is like spamming follow for follow, and you're trying to get out of that habit, and you're wondering what can you do to comment but to grow the following in a different way, I'll show you exactly what I do. Take this for example. You'll probably see my comments on the feed and collectibles everywhere. So take this one for example. There's only 128 comments so far. So sure, I'll give it a like. I'll go in the comments, and I'll write something in here like you'll see follow for follow spam in here. I do not write that. I'll write, let's go. Can't wait for this drop. Something simple like that, and fire emojis. That way you're not spamming it. You're not saying follow me. You're not begging for followers. You're talking about the drop. And then that way it gives people a way to follow you. And they see that you're not begging them to follow you. For me, that's something that's helped out big time. Also, if you're a new user, make sure your profile is not private. Once it's private, people can't follow you. But if you want to keep a profile private, I mean, that's completely your decision too. My goal for today, I made a goal for today. I mean, I've been grinding the last couple of days. I'm at 3,900 followers. So I told myself by the end of the day, I'm getting to 4,000 followers today. I'm trying to grind a whole 100 followers today. I'm at 3,903 now. Let's go. 97 left. 97 left to go. You taking a lunch break and coming back for the drop? I am. VeVe Las Vegas. Yep. I usually try to take like at least an hour or two break in between. Refresh a little bit. I'm just waiting right now for the market to open. And next stream, after this one, I will be doing a giveaway. If you guys want to donate anything to the giveaways, I plan on just using one of my comics for the giveaways, but you can always reach out to me on Twitter, JohnnyDunn777. I'll show you my QR code. You can send it to me. I'll give you a shout out on the live stream, on the giveaway. Make sure people follow you for donating, sponsoring the giveaway. But again, don't feel like you have to. I do these giveaways just for fun. Most of the time, I'll just use my comics, my collectibles. Running low, my giveaway stash. Market's open. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Let's see what it's coming out as. Wow, pretty low. 114, 120. There's 134 available. So like I said, because it's all distributed already, it's probably going to come out pretty low and then work its way up. We'll see what happens here. $105 is the price. 104 is the price. Interesting, it's not going up. We'll see what happens. You have the most followers on VeVe. Appreciate you, VeVe Las Vegas. And I actually don't have the most followers. Shout out to the guy out there. I don't know if he tunes into the YouTube videos at all. The Wizard. I never even met the Wizard or anything like that, but I've been seeing Wizard on VeVe for months now. I think he's a VeVe OG as well too. I'm not sure when he joined, but it had to be early because I remember the early days seeing him on VeVe. We would talk about trades. I was trying to get one of his Rizzos, I think, for one of my Nightwing. I remember there was a point where I was trying to buy Omi from him for one of my Jokers. We never came to a deal. Just someone that I saw on VeVe for a long time now. He's been grinding on followers. I think he's up to 6,000 followers I saw. Who was I see? I think Jess from VeVe. She's been grinding hard on her followers. She's up there too. I'm definitely up there. I'm not too far behind. I feel like I'm probably in like the top 0.1% of people on VeVe, I would say. And you know, it's one of those things where sometimes I show my collection and people are like, "Why are you showing off so much?" It's like, man, I'm not showing off for the money. I was showing off my collection from day one when they didn't even sell out yet. If you go back and look at the videos, like I'm in love with my collection. I love these collectibles. You know, it brings me back to it's like a time capsule for me. Every time I look at my showroom, you know, anytime I look at the followers, to me, it brings me back to last March. It's like a whole year time capsule for me because I think I have pictures still of my account when I only had like 30 collectibles, maybe just a couple sets. And so all these followers, my showrooms, they just bring me back as a time capsule. It's like a memory of the times of when most people didn't believe in VeVe and I was just going hard. That's what my collection always reminds me of. That's what the followers always remind me of because it's been a grind all the way up until last summer. You know, last summer was big because that's when a lot of people stopped using the VeVe app. You know, I was in a bunch of group chats with people. They were grinding hard and then they fell off. They stopped believing in VeVe. And so back then I was telling everybody, you know, my strategies, how I grow my following. A lot of people passed me. I said, that's fine. I'm going to get you though one day. You know, I'm not going to stop. So a lot of people, that's when they gave up on VeVe. You know, they almost sold their entire collection and they stopped using the app. And so they were looking at me like, what are you doing? A lot of times I got made fun of. You would not believe it, but I literally got made fun of using the app because it wasn't working well. The feed's not perfect. I was trying to tell people, and shout out to everybody who listened. Shout out to anybody who really stayed convicted because I truly believe that the VeVe app's going to be flawless one day. It's going to be running smooth, the same way you see Instagram, Twitter running these days. But I think being on these platforms early on and not doubling down when I was that early, but I got to see these platforms when they were extremely early. Facebook in 2006, 2007, Instagram in 2012, 11, whenever that popped off. I was on Twitter extremely early too. Like I got to see these platforms when they were bare nothing. And it kind of just reminds me of what this VeVe app is. You know, VeVe is going to be here for decades. Like just sit and think about that. This app is going to be here, not just next year, not just 3 years from now, not just 5 years from now. This is going to be here 10 years from now. So everything I've been kind of doing is just in preparation for when the masses really adopt this app, really adopt the whole digital collecting experience. Shout out to Jay Kill. Tomorrow's the 1 year anniversary, man. Shout out to all the OGs that got here in March. Because, you know, we really paved the way of what this whole entire space is in the whole digital collecting space. Just got one for 110. Oh, 481 almost. I just got almost. 1993, that's my birth year. It's probably going to get stolen right away. Dang, I would like a 1993. I don't have any 1993 mint numbers. This is a secret rare. I'd be surprised if it goes on to retail. Trying to look for any good mint numbers that pop up near the floor. Let's go, Cuzco, your first VeVe. Let's go, my man. Your first ever VeVe collectible is a secret rare. Shout out to you. And the good thing about this one, I think people are kind of not realizing that this is an artist collectible, meaning this is a secret rare Ron English artist collectible. That's probably going to be what? Interoperable first. Oh my gosh. A 41 just got bought for $118. Oh my gosh. I missed it. Oh my gosh. Melina Snedeker. Oh man. Oh man. Just to let you guys know, if you're new, the mint number, the edition number means a lot. If you have a 41, that's the first available to the public. Whew. It's a big one, whoever snagged that. Oh man. It's a really big one. Oh, yep. That's the one I missed. Yeah, floors are going up. Our only secret rare collectible, and I've been here for a hot minute. Cuzco, big first drop. Yeah, shout out to you. Cuzco, first VeVe drop, first VeVe NFT, secret rare. And it's an artist collectible that we know the artist collectibles are going to be interoperable. I may try to get a second one of these, to be honest. But I'll probably just wait. Even though I think the prices are going to keep going up, to be honest. This is a secret rare. The 1749 gone. Yep. Dang it. 401. $308 available in the market. Floor price is $130 right now. Wow, you have shirts older than me. Wow. Shout out to you. Congrats, too. Tomorrow is your 32nd wedding anniversary. Shout out to you, DG Vet. That's big time right there. Congrats on that. Big accomplishment. Hey, hi, Mint, but you're the original owner of that. One day, probably once we get the web app on the desktop, you're going to be able to see the owner history. And I truly believe that I'm a big fan of being the original owner of these collectibles because once that's available, I think it's going to, people will pay a premium if you're the original owner of certain collectibles. Now, it's going to be, a while for that maybe until we see the history before maybe people put a premium on that. But I think it's a lot more appealing to own something from just one person who had it before you as opposed to you see the owner history and, 30 people had it before you. I kind of look at it like a used car versus new car. There was a big 130 sell wall, and it's already halved. Let's go. Yeah, 132 already. That's great to see. Prices are going to skyrocket soon. Just missed a 3-digit right by the floor. So close. Man, can't snipe it. Yeah, floor creeping up today. And that's kind of what I expected. My price prediction was originally I said if the market opens up, there's only a couple in there right away, and a lot didn't get distributed just yet. That's usually when you see the prices start out really high and work its way down. But because everybody got their collectible distributed today, that's usually when, like I said, people will all put it in the marketplace all at once, and the floors are kind of low. And then if there's demand, that's when you see the price start to go up. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Yes, Milham, I did the same thing. Great job picking up the secret rare right around that floor. And dudes, that's what I'm doing. I'm saving for that Pixar drop. I want to get more of these right now, but there's going to come a point in time where eventually these kind of chill out and stay halted until after the Pixar drop. Then I see these going back up because look, a lot of people aren't thinking about this. The secret rare is huge. The fact that it's a secret rare full set, but also the fact that this is an artist drop. This is an artist collectible. We all know that the artist collectibles are going to be what? Interoperable first. Imagine being able to send this to your IMX wallet, which we'll be able to, and then sell on OpenSea's marketplace, the Mutable X marketplace. The first international conflict art piece. This could be huge. This could be thousands of dollars right here. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My opinions only for when that day does happen, the interoperability. Yeah, so many I just missed as well, too. Secret rare. Let's go MCP points. All right, guys, I'm going to be signing off. Last update. What's the floor price? We got 360 available, and the floor is 144. Shout out to everybody who got one of these on the drop. Shout out to my guy. Where is he? Cuzco. First ever VeVe NFT. Huge. Let's go. Hope you have fun with the whole VeVe community, my man, the VeVe experience. And just remember, too, these VeVe drops are only going to be a fraction of what this VeVe experience is going to be. It's almost like that gift shop. Soon we're going to have the whole VeVe verse, but that's going to be rolled out in iterations, small developments at a time. But you're here early, my man, so just try to have fun, enjoy your experience. And I'm glad you got one today. It was a hard drop. You got one. And the drop king himself missed out. Just keep doing whatever you're doing to get the drop today and just be consistent with it, and you'll definitely have some good luck in the future, I think. We got eggs. They got egg spam in the chat. Is that Dino? Dino Egg must be in the building. Let's go. Shout out to my guy. We got Vault in the building. VeVe Vault. Shout out to all the eggs in the building. Let's go. This is wild. I'm going to bring them all up, too. Let's have an egg spam. Eggs. Let's go. Egg gang. I'm gonna keep bringing them all up. Shout out to the Dino gang in the building. So many of them. All we need next is Randy to raid the chat. A bunch of gators. It's VeVe Vault. Okay, shout out to the Vault gang. You've been egged. Shout out to VeVe Vault and his crew over there. This is hilarious. Okay, Vaults today. Okay. W on the 20. What? Jay East. How's that even possible? We're like 15 minutes after the drop. Let's go. There's so many of them. This is hilarious. Appreciate you, December. If you're going for the drop, next drop, good luck. If you're getting some sleep, get some sleep as well, too. Yeah, Vault, how'd the drop go today? Everybody tuning in from Vault stream. Shout out to Dino Gang with the eggs. How we all do? This is wild. So many of them. This is crazy. This is wild, actually. Yo, I've been egged big time. Shout out to you guys. Cheers. I can't call yourself Drop King and you ain't hit this. That's a fact. Shout out to anybody who did hit the drops today. Got egged big time. We need the Randy gang over here. We need some gators. Egg that like button for the guy. Hey, appreciate that. Got him. Yo, Vault, appreciate that. That was hilarious. Appreciate that. W on the 20 today and sniped the 640 mint at 100. Let's go. Shout out to all you guys using the Brave Gate over there. Yeah, shout out to all the rebound crew. This was definitely a drop, I feel like, to use that Brave Gate. Because I feel like anytime you get those one collectible drops with a limited edition, like 2,000, 3,000, anything under 5,000, I feel like that's a great opportunity to kind of, get brave with your strategy and go for Brave Gate. Just because the chance of you hitting those drops, very, very hard to do, very unlikely. And so if you've been doing great with those rebounds, the timing of those rebounds, I would say that's definitely an opportunity to go for them right there. The egg game was really like facts. Let's go. Yeah. Good job on the rebounds. How about them Broncos? Yeah, Russell Wilson to the Broncos. That's a big move right there. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I think that, Russell Wilson's a stud. I think they just need to get some help on the wide receiver crew. I think they'll be pretty decent. They always got a good defense over there in Denver. What price did you guys buy at on the market? We had a lot of people buy right around retail. The prices are dipped back down from 145 to 128 right now. I think a lot of people are trying to save up for the Pixar drop that is going to get announced. But again, I like this drop, the Ron English one. It is a secret rare. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that it's a secret rare. And this is an artist collectible, meaning it's going to be interoperable. I think that's huge. Having one of the first international conflict pieces, to support that. I think it could be huge interoperability right there with this one. Big fan of the artwork too. Bill Ham, what characters do you think we're getting tomorrow? So great question. This is something I brought up on stream a little bit ago. See if I can find it. Pixar Pals actually dropped something for the Happy Meal kids, like the Happy Meals. And so I was trying to find that. And what I found was pretty interesting. They had like 8 collectibles that dropped back then in 2005 for the Happy Meals. And so for me, I feel like we could get maybe 5 of those 8 characters. This is what they were. So I don't think we're going to get Buzz just yet. I feel like if we were to get Buzz Lightyear, it probably would have been on the thumbnail with Woody. And since Buzz has that movie coming out this summer, I feel like maybe Buzz is saved for the summer. I think we'll get the Woody. I think maybe a Sully, maybe a Mike Waz. That's 3. Mr. Incredible. Maybe Nemo. There's some other ones too that I think we might be able to get, like Lightning McQueen. I think that was a pretty popular one. We got options though. Don said Bravegate didn't work for me. I had a snipe on the market as usual. I know Bravegate worked for a lot of people today though. Shout out to you guys. Let's go. Shout out to Riley Pye. That's the guy who just got the drop today. Just gave you a retweet, brother. I was hoping VeVe would come out with the Medium article, but I don't think it came out just yet. I'm gonna be hopping off the live today, and I think right when I hop off, probably like, I'm not sure if they're gonna release the Medium article after the next drop. I would imagine so. Maybe after the next drop. 30 minutes, an hour after this next drop, part 2 is probably when they're going to release the Medium for the Pixar collectibles, I would think. Nemo, yeah. Nemo. Oh, the options are endless, honestly. They have so many different possibilities that could be dropped. That's a solid move right there. I mean, shout out to you, Rachel. 110, $10 over retail. You got yourself a 3-digit. That's big time right there, I think. I think those 3 digits are going to be huge too when interoperability comes. Because you got to imagine when you're sorting this collectible, how would you sort this collectible on OpenSea, on Immutable X? Probably by mint number, right? So I think if you can get a mint number 3-digit anywhere around retail, that's huge. Green Dinosaur, that would be big too. I think people would be excited for that. Yeah, I think anytime anybody gets any of these around retail is going to be pretty good. Wally, I hope to help the golden moments. If Wally does drop, I think it will help the golden moment for sure. Wally needs some love. I feel like VeVe's going to drop the drop details any minute now. Yeah, I felt like so too. That's kind of why I stayed on a little bit longer than usual. I was hoping they would tweet out the Medium article. Dino's doing an all-day stream starting at noon to raise money to get that egg. Raise money, go egg that chat. Yeah, I was gonna hop on their stream right after this one. I think until 12:30, right? Or starting at noon. I thought it was maybe ending at 12:30, but either way, I was planning on hopping in that one real quick. Shout out to Realtor Aaron Baker. Appreciate the super chat big time. I got 191. 1991 was Ukrainians' independence. Wow, that's big then. If you got 91, that would have been better. But I mean, 191 still, that's going to be. I think anyone who's into, or anyone, you know, who understands the importance and significance of that, I think they'll like that number for sure. Because I use StreamYard and I don't use OBS, I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Let's see. Is he live right now or not yet? Oh yeah, not yet, not yet. DG Vet, let's go. New member, appreciate that. Got to get some reports done. Catch you later. Don Hine, appreciate you for tuning in the stream as always, my man. Let's go. DG Vet. Appreciate that big time. Let's see here. Screen layout, solo layout. Maybe I have to do it before I start the stream. I feel like there's a way to show your landscape here. I'm not sure why it's not popping up though. I may just have to hop onto his live stream. But all right, guys, I'm gonna be signing out. I will be streaming the 3 p.m. drop today as well. You guys may see me on Dino Lang stream just a bit. Hopefully, I can hop on there in a minute, figure this one out. But until then, I will catch you guys on the next live stream later today. Shout out to anybody who was able to get the drop today. You know, big drop, secret rare. You know, if this doesn't do well in the short term, I think long term it could do pretty well. Especially that interoperability. Once I found out the secret rare, this is an artist collectible, so it will be one of the first ones to be able to be sent to your IMX wallet. I think that's going to be a big deal. But till then, I'll catch you guys later. I will be doing a giveaway on next stream too, so stay tuned for that. If you guys want to be entered into the giveaway, just tune into the next live stream. Appreciate you guys. Until then, I will catch you later. Take it easy, guys. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.